Hey guys, I am back for today. We are going to be doing a couple of things on the car today. We are going to be fixing up my stereo. My last video was about how I got a cheap sub, and I actually got rid of that sub. Worked fine. I just ended up finding a different one for so cheap that I couldn't pass up the opportunity. I know the girls want to make themselves known. Jetta. 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 There. They're on the video, like always. So today, I am going to be fixing up the stereo, installing a 3D printed thing that I made, and yeah, we'll see what we got from there. Depends on how tired I am after that. But I think first things first, we're going to work on that stereo. So I'm going to do that. And I'll get back to you guys once I'm in place to start working on the stereo. Alright. So, as far as subwoofer, I want to actually do a pretty good video on how to install like the wires if you have a Mk4, it's technically a 4.5 City Golf, or a like a City Jetta, and so on and so forth. So mine is a 2008, and a lot of these, or some of the stuff that you do in a regular golf video are just a tiny bit, or a regular golf install are just a tiny bit different than the City Golf. So I'm just going to give some pointers. If you have something like me where I only have a very small amplifier, like that thing only produces about 150 RMS to one channel. So because it's so little, you don't really need a huge power cable. Power cable I used was, I think, an 8-gauge wire, and it goes through there and underneath. Oopsie doodle. I'll just poke underneath here. So underneath the cables, underneath this, underneath all this. Now, people will tell you that you have to pop all this up. I didn't, because I don't know, I just felt like it was unnecessarily a lot of work. So I just tucked everything underneath. So I just tucked it all underneath. You can actually you can see the wire. Oh, maybe if I move that. There you go. So it's all tucked underneath this panel, and it goes up to the front. And then in the front, there are those. So the remote wire is hooked up onto the X75, and the power wire is hooked up to the first 30, because it's unfused. So basically, unfused is what you really want, because that gets you about an 8-gauge wire all the way to the thing anyway. So there's that. If not, see that hole right there? That's exactly where you would run a thicker gauge wire, or if you just want to run it straight to the battery, you can just do it through there. And that goes to... Ooh, I got a lot of... So it looks like, for whatever reason, the video cut out, so I'm going to try and replace the stuff that I talked about. Oh yeah, the alarm. That's a sad alarm right there. Okay, anyway. Do that. Don't lock the keys in the car. And whoopsie. There we are. Anyway, so getting back to this, right there, where those two wires are going in, right there, is basically where you're going to be sending the wire if you want to do a straight to the battery kind of situation, because that's basically right here and good to go. Now, let's see. I gotta figure out where that alarm sound came from, because that's not great. Anyway, whoopsie. Need to go unlock the door. I have some new cables that I'm going to be installing, so I'll show you sort of the installation process. But I have new RCA cables. So let's not close this door just yet. Let's unlock. Make sure it's unlocked, and then undo the battery. Anytime you're working on the inside of your car, stop the battery from discharging all the way. I always say disconnect the battery. So I have a little turn thing here that just automatically disconnects the battery. I don't have to worry about it. But for the RCA cables, what you want to do is, so that's my stereo. I have the RCA cables going down underneath here, all the way across into this pillar here again. I didn't undo anything, I just snuck it underneath there. Again, you can probably see, yep, there it is. There's the original cable. And snuck it up underneath here all the way across until you get to, oopsie, move! Thank you. I need to make sure I don't lose that. And then I got the wires up in through here and then back into the amp underneath. So yeah, like the cables go underneath till they get here, and that's why I'm replacing my cables, because these ones are shit. So that's basically everything, and I'll get back to where I left off. Oh, also, for when you want to disconnect or hook up a ground, the ground is a different thing. I think I'm going to continue it in the other video, but there is a spot right there that you want to hit with a screwdriver, and then it'll unlodge the seat, and then you pull towards the door. And once you get this side up, that side is sort of snaked in with a peg, basically. So you just have to unseat it from the peg, which is super easy. You just have to pull it towards you, and that's it. And then the rest is going to be finished off in the video that I have already. So here you go. Sorry, not sure what happened there, but there's a little clip right there where the, right there. See that white clip in the middle? This one? If you hit that with a screwdriver, it pops the rear seat out. Then you just have to shimmy it towards the door, and it'll come out. Once you do that, you'll get access to the seat belt tie down for the center seat. If you get a 7/16 eyelet connector, if I bought 3 of them because they only come in 3 packs. If I find the thing, I'll show you. But it's just basically a little eyelet that you can hook up a wire to. Get that. I got mine at Canadian Tire for, I think, $5. Take the bolt completely out from the seat belt, and then put that in there and bolt it back down, and that is a really good ground. That being said, everything else is pretty Gucci. All right, well, take 3 on the outro video. Something keeps on going on with my phone where it turns off the videos. I think it had something to do with some space, so I deleted some space. But that's, I don't know. Hopefully this video goes longer than 30 seconds. And it looks like we're almost there anyway. I have everything hooked up, and we're just going to give it a test. Well, I don't know how well it came off on the camera, but it is doing really, really well. So, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Especially for people that do have the City Golf, or the City Jetta, or the Jetta City or Golf City. If you have a Mk4.5, this should help. As far as the ground is concerned, as well as like because I only have like if you have a very small amplifier like myself, then yeah, hooking it up to the under the dash connections is more than enough. I would say anything if you're getting 200 watts RMS or more, then yeah, hook it up straight to the battery, and get a substantial size cable, which I think I'm going to end up doing anyway, but just wanted to help people out with routing and all that jazz. Okay, so that's all done. Right now, next, I am going to be working on the armrest. I can't stand the armrest sometimes. It gets in the way, stops me from putting in my seatbelt. I'm huge though, so there's that. I mean, it is what it is. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a 3D printed blank instead of a cup, because I feel like my car is full of, just catches all kinds of dirt and whatever, and the last thing I want is another spot for dirt to collect. So I'm going to put a blank in there instead, and I'll get you guys in the next video caught up with all that. But that being said, I'm out. Thank you guys so much for coming along on the journey, and again, like I said, please like and subscribe, or even if you have any comments, I would greatly appreciate comments, as well as like any feedback if you guys want me to do specific things. I did have a request for a car video, or a car tour video. I feel like with the amount of watchers I get, it's almost it's not really it's not really gonna be fun for the 6 of you that are watching. So I feel like if we get up to 500 subscribers, then I'll do a decent car walkthrough video, because I'm imagining by then I'll have a little bit more some more things done to the car. Right now I'm almost at the spot where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to get rid of the car and start with something else. My wife would kill me if that was what I want to do. Yeah. Plans are right now that I do eventually want to get a bush guard for the front of the car, because I feel like that would look really cool. I do want to get a rear-mounted spare tire. And I want to do that with a trailer hitch. I actually ended up finding a trailer hitch at the junkyard. So if I get a trailer hitch plus some metal and a welder and this and that, then that would be really fun to sort of do a rear-mounted spare tire. Other than that, I really want to put a new engine in the car, but again, that's so far in the future. I don't know if I'm going to even have the car by then. My next car that I was thinking about getting is a BMW X5, because those are based on like Land Rovers and such, or get something small and stupid to work on again, like a Jeep Compass or a Jeep Patriot, and instead of lifting it, slamming it, because I like to go a little different than most people. But that being said, it's always been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for watching my video, and you have yourself a wonderful day.